Hi, I'm Shannon and welcome to my channel. On this channel, I talk about everything highly sensitive person, slow living, intentional living, etc. Today, I'm trying to film from my new phone to see if the quality is going to be acceptable, so bear with me in case it turns out not so much. Without further ado, let's dive right into today's topic. Okay, so I had to come into my car because it was way too noisy with all the street noises out there, unfortunately. So what I want to talk about today is how, as a highly sensitive person, people can sometimes fear the depth of our emotions. The areas in my life where I experience this the most is in my intimate relationships with my romantic partners. Like, for example, someone might fear telling you the truth because they're afraid of your intense reaction, and so they'll either sugarcoat the truth or tell you little white lies. And obviously this is not just a highly sensitive person thing, but I think that because we feel our emotions so much deeper than the non-HSP, that our reactions, our responses to how people affect us can also be more profound. And the world that we live in right now kind of labels emotions as a weakness and something that you should try to keep to yourself and not express too much. And as a result, people don't really know how to deal well with emotions, not our own and not in another person. So it's quite understandable that people will try to avoid some intense reaction by sugarcoating the truth. But as a highly sensitive person, we also value honesty a lot. So it's very difficult when people constantly walk on eggshells around you because they're trying not to disturb the peace, not to rock the boat. And the way that they do that is by distorting the truth. And I've had relationships where I've brought it up and indicated how much I appreciate honesty and try to understand where their fear of my intense reactions come from. Like, what exactly is it that they're afraid of when I emote so intensely? But in the past, I haven't had a lot of success in seeing growth in how my partner would handle that. And after a while, the way that someone tries to dance around your emotions, it just kind of wears on the relationship and the honesty gets lost in the mix. And sometimes I would even try to keep my emotions to myself or tone it down just for the sake of not trying to upset the other person with my true reaction. But that's not a very sustainable solution to me because I'm not being my authentic self. So honestly, this is just a really tricky one because it's very understandable that someone who loves you doesn't want to see you upset or in pain or disappointed. And if they know that their truth is going to hurt you in either a little way or a big way, and that you're going to have an intense reaction, it's understandable that they'll try and beat around the bush as much as possible. So I think the message that I want to put out there is that it's okay to let someone feel their intense emotions. And after you've practiced a couple of times of just being honest and letting your news land however it's gonna land, you might notice that it's okay. Like, it gets easier if you just expose yourself to it and embrace it as part of the process. I think the more you practice and just share your truth with your highly sensitive person in your life and get used to their intense reactions, that after a while it will be okay. Like, you'll get used to it and it won't shock you as much or scare you as much. And I'm not talking about irrational reactions. I'm just talking about like allowing me the time to really let something sink in, and if it means that I'm gonna have a heavy day and be a little bit down, then just allow me that space to do that. I'd rather have honesty and let it hurt for a bit and then grow from that than be in a relationship with someone or having a friendship with someone who is just constantly afraid to be their authentic self and to just say the truth as it is, because that relationship won't grow authentically. And authenticity is just everything. So I just wanted to share that little anecdote today. So if you're an HSP watching this and you find that you've muted your reactions because other people were starting to feel uncomfortable around you, then maybe you'll feel inspired to stand up for your own emotions and not feel ashamed about them. And if you're a non-HSP watching this, then experiment with allowing your highly sensitive person to just feel, and try to be honest with them with gentle, kind honesty, and just be there for them when they are hurting as a result. And that's all I got to say. So go out there and have an authentic, honest day. And keep coming back for more insights. I'll be doing a video about intentional living soon, so keep an eye out for that one.